Question for you. Are you afraid of ghosts or do you believe in angels? Like 7 years ago, 2015, when I had a burnout and I was sick for over 10 months, I had a friend and she was talking about angels and spirits and connecting and lives before lives and so on. Every time she was talking about it, I was like, oh, don't talk about it because otherwise I'll leave the room and I would run away. What I did not know at this point in time is that I was afraid of ghosts. And I was afraid of ghosts because when small I had been frightened with ghosts. And I would always be in fear when I go to bed. And I would think there are ghosts who are moving the windows. So, 2015, I had this vision of my method, which I developed later, the Shandora, and I just knew that I had to enter the spiritual world and learn energy healing. And I went to a doctor who is teaching this in France, Dr. Boudin. And the first day, he was like talking about angels and spirits and entities. And I was like, oh my goodness, where am I? I thought this was a serious guy. I thought this was a doctor. And he's talking about these things, let me run away. But it was in Switzerland. I had paid for the hotel. I had paid for the 1 week and the course itself. I had paid for the flights. It was quite an investment. So the second day in the morning, I was lying in my bed and thinking, I'm not going back to this bloody course. I'm not going back to these crazy people who are talking about angels and things. And then I was so angry because I would lose all this money and my time. And then I was laying there and I was just really angry and saying, you guys, if you want me to think that you exist or to realize that you exist, you have to give me proof. And I want a proof which I can see and touch and feel. Hello, Ingrid. This is a funny story. I don't think you know this one. And so I was there. I was really so angry, and I said, "If you think I have to believe that you exist, then you better prove it to me." So, and then of course I was convinced I would never get any proof. I go to the shower, and it was an Airbnb. And this girl, she gave me things. She said, "This is what you can use in the shower." And in this bathroom, there were like little things everywhere, and I was attracted to one little blue thing, a shower gel or something, and it was on the opposite side of the bath, and was just curious and was going there, and I turned it around and looked at it, and it was written on it, Angel. It's, if you know the perfume Angel, it's still my preferred perfume, Angel. And I'm getting these goosebumps because this is what I last felt, oh, this is not possible, it's not real. So I went then to go to the course, and there was a store which I had seen already 2 days or even 3 times, and I looked at this store just moving by, and there I saw written, and I had not seen this before, on the wall, "The angels are with you." And I was like, oh my God. And I got a third sign because I knew in alchemy you ask for 3 signs. I got a third sign. I've forgotten this third one. I don't know which one it was. But from this point on, something shifted inside. Something shifted. And this day, the Dr. Boudin, he said, so these angels, they are always there. And you might look back in your life and see how they protected you and how they guided you. But when you don't ask, they will not talk to you, or they will not connect. So I had not been asking. I had been asking for them to stay out of my perception. But from this day on, I invited them. And so now I can feel them, I can communicate, and I know it's my will, it's my intention, it's my openness so I can invite them. So, yeah, perhaps because I know so many people who say, I can't see it, I don't believe it. I only believe in science because what can be proved can be proved. Have you ever tried to ask the things which are not visible and which are totally mind-blowing out there? Have you asked? Have you invited? Have you opened one possibility of a door? Have you given it a doubt that there is much more than what we can see, and there is much more beyond what science at the current moment can explain or prove? Because humanity has not been only here for about 100 years. And this knowledge is available. It's available to me, it's available to you, and intuition, angels, entities, however you call it, energy, frequencies, all this is a reality, but perhaps not a one you can fathom with your thinking. So this is the story I wanted to tell. Yes, you are a scientist and a spiritualist, Ingrid. Isn't this beautiful? And I think more and more scientists, and I see this, scientists are very, very, very interested, like the mindfulness. What had been they be doing? They have been analyzing what it is happening during meditation. So I think we are closing a loop, but perhaps more people can step into this and get curious how it all works. And because there is a realm of thinking and there is a realm of feeling. And me as a dancer, I for sure know that there is a realm of feeling and of being and of embodiment, which you can never, never, never explain. And you cannot get there by thinking your way to it. So thank you for listening. Perhaps this was helpful for somebody. Perhaps you can share with me in the comments what you think about, or what your experience is, with this world, this invisible world, with the frequencies, the energies, the vibrations, angels, however you call it. I would be very curious. Thank you very much for listening, and see you soon.